The first symbol relates to people very much agreeing with something. And that's your fingers pointed to the sky and kind of twinkling about. Now the next symbol is your arms kind of pointed straight out with your fingers twinkling. And this kind of means lukewarm, neutral, not sure. Now the next symbol is hands pointing straight down to the ground with your twinkling fingers, or you can leave them straight like rigor mortis. And that means that you really don't agree. Now, in a consensus model, like I said, there's a particular honoring of the place and the necessity of dissent to bring us to a place where we're actually all really agreeing with something. So there is this symbol for I don't agree. There's also another very, very stronger than that symbol. So I don't agree means, hey, I really want it noted that I don't agree, we've had our discussions, but you know, if most people are doing this and I'm doing this, I just want it noted that I really don't agree with this. This, which is my two arms crossed against each other, is a block. A block is a very sacred thing within the context of consensus. A block happens not when you don't agree, but when you absolutely believe that if the group were to go forward with a particular decision, that that decision would actually betray the core principles and values set out by the collective group and sort of betray the basis of unity that was the reason for working together in the first place, right? So this is a block. It's a very powerful thing. It is absolutely your right to use it. And like I said, we must honor dissent. And even if sometimes people are having rough discussions and it seems like it would be easier just to do this, if you really believe this, please do this, because that is so important to this kind of process. Now the next couple hand signals I'm going to show you are a part of how this sort of process of consensus likes to engage our collaborative brilliance and our ability to kind of touch in and all use our own attention, our own voices and bodies to co-facilitate this process. So the first symbol I'm going to show you is this. This is my fingers pointing straight up to the sky. This is a point of information. A point of information would be brought up if, for instance, you feel like the discussion that's happening would be very much influenced by having a detail of information so that people got the context right, et cetera, et cetera. So for instance, saying actually the event's on the 26th. Now, this is a point of information. This is a point of clarification. This is my hand making a C symbol. Now, a point of clarification is to be brought up when you're just literally kind of confused, and before people keep on going with wherever things are going, you really got to intervene and just be like, hey, can I just ask you to clarify what this means or what's happening right now? So the next symbol is this. This is me kind of vaguely making a triangle above with my fingers, and this is a point of process. A point of process is to be brought up, and this one's really important for people co-facilitating. Point of process is to be brought up if you feel like the process that we're following has in some way, by the discussion or elsewise, been derailed. And so that would mean, for instance, say we're looking at doing a temperature check on one particular proposal and somebody's taking space to talk about something that we were talking about earlier or that they'd like to talk about later. Doesn't necessarily mean we can't talk about it, it just means that's not the process point that we were at. This next symbol needs to be used lovingly and with compassion. And it's my arms kind of rotating in front of my body. And it means we've already heard this, you've made your point, we need to hurry up, or sometimes this doesn't seem very relevant right now, could you please move on to the next thing? And that's both a symbol that people who are speaking should pay attention to, and also anyone who's engaged in facilitating, which is all of us, right? Did I miss any symbols? I have a little half between
Discussion,
them.
that's it.
Clarification, information, process. Moving along.
Don't point the
Oh.
camera at me.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes. So, Brian, do you actually just want to explain what we came up with for
I
that?
can do it because you're holding the camera.
Sure.
At GA2, or the last GA, we agreed to post the GAs on our YouTube channel, which Brian has graciously offered to do. And so, but if people don't want to be in the video, or if they don't want to have pictures taken of them, the sign is putting your hands in front of your face, and Brian will make every effort to not include you in the video camera. And if when he goes over it again, if he sees you, he will cut that part out.